My name's Matt Dragmanovich. I'm with Serialio. I'm the Solutions and Projects Manager. Today we'll be talking about the IDChamp RS3, which is a Bluetooth RFID reader, and it's actually powered by the RFID's PC Prox technology. So first, a little explanation of what the IDChamp is. So you're probably all familiar with the Wave ID or other RFID readers that might be on a desktop, they might be in a doorway. This takes that technology and it enables you to use it on an iPad, an iPhone, an Android smartphone, or tablet. And it comes in this small form factor. It has an internal lithium-ion battery, so it's very convenient. It lasts for 10 to 12 hours. It's powered by a micro, or you can charge it with a micro USB cable, just like your Android device. And it has the latest Bluetooth technology. So it's Bluetooth Low Energy, Bluetooth 4.0. Means it's really easy to use, connects fast. We have SDKs and APIs for easy integration into any app that you might want to run on your mobile devices. And because it has the PC Prox technology, it works with basically any kind of access control card. So HID Prox, AWID, iClass, COS, all of that. And this isn't the only form factor that it comes in. We have a durable version that has wireless charging. We have a kiosk version. And to give you a quick example of how the kiosk version is used, companies like Facebook, Google, ones that provide shuttles that pick up their employees for, commuting and so forth, they will mount this in a kiosk version in the shuttle, and then it's Bluetooth connected to an iPad. So when the employee comes on, they tap their badge, it gets a record of who used the shuttle. So that's the reader itself. And we also do a software solution, which we'll talk about how that can help your healthcare organization or company. So I'll give you two examples of how they use the IDChamp RS3 as well as our CloudInHand software solution to provide, to save time and money. The first one's going to be with Massachusetts General Hospital. They, like a lot of hospitals, they would issue taxi vouchers, but they were doing it with pen and paper. So a staff member would come up, they'd have to fill out a form to issue that taxi voucher. When I talked with them, it was, well, hey, we already have these HID Prox cards. Why can't we use that to record all of this information? So we provided the iPad. They put it on a little stand at the taxi voucher station. Now when a staff member or a doctor or whoever came up, they would tap their badge to the IDChamp, and it would then prompt them for the taxi voucher number. So now and then it automatically synced with our cloud server. So now they had visibility, they had accurate accounting of what vouchers were given and who, and it made it very, very simple. So it saved a lot of time and money and really simplified that whole process. And again, this was using our mobile application, which has a very customizable workflow. So they said, hey, we need a prompt for that taxi voucher number, and we were able to customize that UI to make that very, very easy to do. So that's one example. The second one was we were working with National Lutheran Communities and Services. They did a lot of trainings, certifications for their employees, and they were having a huge problem because they were also doing it with pen and paper, but they were having issues where they didn't know who came, they didn't know who was there, and then they were also wasting a lot of time trying to manually input that into their system. So we helped design a system using Android. It was actually on a Kindle Fire, as well as the IDChamp. And we also made a web interface so that they could create a class, they could assign all the employees to the class, and now when the teacher had to do that training or that session, they would check out the Android device, they'd check out the IDChamp, and so when people came up, they would tap in, and so it would record, were they late, were they a walk-up, and then they could also have real-time analytics of, hey, here's who was assigned to this class, and they didn't show up. So now they could call them up, they could text them, say, hey, you're expected at this class, and it's mandatory, you have to show up here now. In addition to that, it would then sync automatically when the class closed, so there was no more typing in, there was no more manual entry. It just automatically worked with their system. We also have a very easy way to sync with their back-end access control systems. They used Linnell as well as Microsoft Active Directory. We would do a Dropbox sync with that access control system, so everything was automatically updated. Again, saving lots and lots of time and money, as well as peace of mind, because these were mandatory sessions. were opening themselves up to liability. So this made sure that everyone who needed to take that class was. So a little bit more about our software solution. It's called CloudInHand. It works on Android and iOS, and it has a web component as well. And it's not just, it's a solution framework. So we can customize it for whatever your workflow is. So maybe you want to check in and out tools, right? We've had people that, hey, we need to check in and out these keys. So now they can walk up, tap it, we customize that workflow. The company USAA, the insurance company, they use it for emergency mustering. So if they have to evacuate the building, they can go to their muster point. The muster captain has this. Everyone taps in. They have an accurate accounting of who left the building and who was still in there. We can also do inventory tracking, access control. We just started working with Children's Hospital of Atlanta. They wanted to see who spent how long in a trauma center. So they'd walk in, check out, get that automatic reporting. So really, anytime that you thought, hey, I'd love to know who used this, who was there, and you didn't have, it was a remote site, and you didn't have access to, your access control system, we can extend that functionality.